Hi guys, welcome back to today's video of Mansell's Media Corner, and today it's a very special one as I'm going to show you some of my VHS cassettes what I've purchased over the years. In this collection I'll have a lot of then WWE, which will be on the network, concerts from bands that I appreciate, and films. Let's start with Bastion. So I think it's got to be either 1992 or 1993. As to by Mr. Perfect. Really good footage. This is, if I recall, I think I got this from Comic Con. What I love about the old Supervision is, I can't really tell, but they've got like collectors. That's best. There's some of the matches score. Then we've got a World Championship Wrestling event from 1999. The Uncensored show, and what a show this was. Great match between two of the greats of all time in Hollywood, Hulk Hogan and Principal Ric Flair. It's Uncensored, 99. Then we've got a couple of the James Bond films in the collection. And Timothy Dalton's first James Bond appearance. What a really good James Bond. And there are some of the other James Bond titles. Majority of them I have in my collection on DVD, but worth getting. And we've got the original SummerSlam on VHS from 1998. Okay. Really iconic show. That's just the plain VHS. We've got start of plenty of Iron Maiden and heavy metal. Beyond the Iron Curtain, which is their like documentary at the time, where they went to Poland. Most of these shows have been on the early days, but the documentaries are really cool. And we've got the original Best of WrestleMania 1 to 14. Again, really cool really good documentary. Then we've got an awesome pay-per-view, of course, an awesome main event, 10-man tag team match in Canadian Stampede in your house 16. Then Then we got the original Survivor series from 1987, pardon. Again, really good. So then we've got some Gerry Anderson's Thunderbirds Countdown to Disaster, and it's just Tracy. There's Thunderbird 1. Again, most of these you can now buy on Blu-ray from just recently, just finished network, I believe, but more than a nostalgia aspect. And we just got a blank VHS. Again, in the same vein. Then we've got Survivor Series 1994, which features The Undertaker versus Yokozuna in a casket match. Really good pay-per-view. Not the greatest Survivor Series, but you've got the likes of Doug McClain versus Jerry Lawler's team. We got a lot of pay-per-view and Thanksgiving 2000 again. This was when they'd have the wrap-up section where as to show in its entirety the pay-per-view card. And we got Captain Scarlet in the same as the Thunderbirds. Okay. Then the missed ones from Mars. Then in the same aspect, Supercards, I think had the colour on the network. And we got Survivor Series, the 3rd annual, Coliseum Home Video. Then we got a really cool documentary, Icons of World Championship Wrestling in Bill Goldberg and Sting Unmasked. Really good documentary through the other series anyway. Then in 1997, I do believe, George Lucas, he done the Star Wars universe. So what happened was, they'd come out with like extra unseen bits. I remember seeing A New Hope at the time. But this is a 1997 remastered. We see the best of the Star Wars franchise. The box is a little bit damaged, but we'll try that. We got one of Sean Connery's famous Bonds in Goldfinger. And another blank, I think it might be King of Ring 1994, which isn't a great show. But I just came across this Metal Gear Solid 2 VHS. This is more like highlights of the Survivor Series type of thing, where you've got Mean Gene Oakland calling the matches, but still an awesome show. There's a second annual Survivor Series. It tells you the match wrestlers who took part. Again, and an awesome box set. The classic 5 at the time, which is Royal Rumble No Chance in Hell, featured Mankind versus The Rock in a brutal I Quit match. Then we got WrestleMania, which I've got on DVD recently. We got King of the Ring 1999. Really good show. SummerSlam 1999 and the WF Kurt Angle. And we've got, I remember if this was written by Waldo Bridge, You Only Live Twice, famous for Nancy Sinatra's screenplay by Waldo, directed by Louis Gilbert. Really good James Bond film. I can't really tell, but it's to a Mechagodzilla and Son of Godzilla. I remember playing this on the PlayStation, the original James Bond Tomorrow Never Dies, and that's the first box, and there's 2 more to go. What a classic Christmas stroke horror film for kids, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Absolute classic comedy. I'm not too sure if this has actually ever had a Blu-ray or 4K, but it'd be a big seller. This is Spinal Tap. Need I say more? It's just unbelievable. And back to the wrestling, Hulkamania Forever. Again, a type copy of WrestleMania 6, The Ultimate Challenge. We got mega matches from, I think it's got to be 1991 or 1990. It's got an exclusive match at the time, Big Boss Man versus Bobby the Brain Heenan. You got Fully Loaded. This is before SummerSlam 1999, which has got Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Undertaker in the First Blood match. Classic match in The Rock and Triple H. Then we got really good Royal Rumble in 1996, both baby faces and Bret the Hitman Hart and The Undertaker headlining. So you got a really good Royal Rumble match. We got Roger Moore's Last James Bond, reviewed to the kill in 1985. Great theme sung by Duran Duran at the time. And we've got one of the best computer games on the Nintendo 64 at the time, GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan, representing James Bond. looks like it's an hour type of video because that's the front cover, but there's an alternative. But look really awesome. We got Undertaker's first WrestleMania in WrestleMania 7 from 1991. Got a really good solid pay-per-view at the time. One of my favourite films when I was a kid, problem child with blinking in Mississippi and some Kerry Von Erich, like Texas Tornado, but really cool film. We got WrestleMania 8 double main event, what a match between Macho Man and Nature Boy Ric Flair, but the Man Hart, Ready with the Papa. We got Survivor Series 2000. I think might be on the network, but I'm not too sure. They've got a brilliant pay-per-view from 1999, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Steel Cage between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mr. McMahon. Big Show, aka Paul White's first WWF appearance. We got Greatest Champions, and the image is from WrestleMania 4 with Randy Macho Man Savage and Miss Elizabeth. Got an awesome tag team in the Hart Foundation and a great Intercontinental Champion in Mr. Perfect. Got a WrestleMania not many people like it, I can understand why. But you got Diesel versus Shawn Michaels and American football star and Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow. A very weak but then Man Hart versus Bob Backlund match. Then we got the Royal Rumble 1989. Pardon me. Can't remember if this has actually got. Yes, it has. As you can see, these are some of the early supervision. But again, majority of these will be on the network. Then we've got the Royal Rumble 1997. Psycho Sid versus Shawn Michaels. This was the one where this was a storm where Bret Hart secretly gonna turn heel. We got Jurassic Park on this VHS. I can't remember what channel it might be on, but that's just recently got its anniversary. I can't remember what's on this, but might be WrestleMania 14 or something along that line. But this is the first VHS I ever had to do with pro wrestling. My grandma got it for me at the time from Morrison's, also known as Sci-Fi, when they would actually stock VHSs, but brings back memories. Image for WrestleMania 5. We got the best of Hulkamania. He's got the Winged Eagle World Wrestling Federation Championship. Then we got Danny Baker's own Goals and Gaffs, which is an awesome. If you ever seen his videos, I'm funny. Back in the day. one for Magpie Mavis himself, Geordie Paul, as it's Paul Gascoigne as Lee Dixon. We got a double VHS in WrestleMania for the first time they ever did a one-night tournament for the vacant WWF World Heavyweight Championship and its matches. It's James Bond's second appearance, infamous with lovely Sean Connery. Yeah, really cool film. Then we got an awesome WrestleMania. Just got the first ever WWF ladder match on pay-per-view. The night Bret Hart returned, got his revenge on Eric Cena and a start. What a match between Bret Hart and Owen Hart. If it's on the network, watch it. It's not a disappointment. It's a mind-blowing match. And we've got one of the best metal bands from Germany, the Mighty Scorpions. We got Full Ball 1993, Ric Flair vs Ralph Sherry Crude, really good match. Got Ricky Steamboat versus William Regal. Got a really good War Games with Harlem Heat, Raiden, Sid versus British Bulldog, Sting, Dusty Rhodes, and the Shockmaster. I think may have been Fred Ottman, but I'm not 100%. We've got Rock, the People's Champion. Got an awesome Survivor Series. Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan, the first time the World Heavyweight Championship was on the line at WrestleMania. And there's a match card. Got the original Thunderbirds Argo film with Anna being simply fitted in puppet form. But that's the 60s, not the modern 2004. I think it was William Riker. Jonathan Frakes. Got another original VHS from WWF in the High Flyers with the late Rocket John Hart in his blue blazer attire. Macho Man. Yeah, some of the things this was taking part. And this is a copy of SummerSlam 1991. We got a legendary Stingray, Troy Tempest. Just a random Simpsons clock with Bart. And we got the VHS remote controller. It was a Philips, if I recall, yes it is. We got Battle of the Royal Albert Hall, which I've got on DVD, which double-sided posters, Big Boss Man and The Undertaker. Some images. We got the absolute classic Home Alone. Again, awesome comedy film to do around the holidays. Got a really good Royal Rumble in 1991. Iconic image of all the wrestlers. Got Octopus, which is a really good underrated James Bond film with Roger Moore in. Got his second appearance as James Bond in The Man with the Golden Gun, famous for the car scene where the car does, I think it's a 360 turn. Awesome, like the Scorpions, an awesome band. Queen. WrestleMania greatest matches re-release. That's got the main event of WrestleMania 1, take Battle Royale from WrestleMania 2, 6-man tag from WrestleMania 3, Brutus, Bob Beefcake versus the Honky Tonk Man in WrestleMania 4 for the Intercontinental Championship. We got WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers Explode. Matches again, really good WrestleMania. Got In Your House, A Cold Day in Hell. Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's just gone over versus The Undertaker. Got the first Rock versus Mankind match. Kenzo Rock versus Vader and lots more. We got Super Tag 92, which has got the bonus from this Tuesday in Texas. Tax tips with IRS. One of Roger Moore's famous Bond. What a film it is, The Spy Who Loved Me. Was George's first James Bond appearance. We've got Path of Destruction and Alois Mr. Hackenbacker, Thunderbirds, double disc, double VHS. Thunderbird 1. We got Woods, Sean Connery's last James Bond in Diamonds Are Forever, famously sung by Shirley Bassey. We got Deep Purple Scandinavian Nights from live in Denmark 1972. Don't remember the songs, what a set this so back then. This would have been when Machine had their best album when it came out. Got Capital Combat 1990. I think it's Jim Herd period. It's very cartoonish. We have Robocop on. We got Future Shock, which is there like WrestleMania, Starcade. We've got 4 of the best singles competitors and 4 of the best tag teams. I think it was the Wild Samoans, which I think would like to be the Head Shrinkers, Road Warriors, aka Legion of Doomstiners and Doom, which is Butch Reed and Ron Simmons. We got Fireball XL5. There's a character called Steve Zodiac. Yeah, really cool medical service. 4th annual Survivor Series. Undertaker's first appearance, if I recall rightly. We got a really dodgy film, but it's Kiss, the Phantom of the Park. And this, in America, Kiss was a really big band. It was when they had the face paint. Feels I which I've got on DVD. Really done his Strange Royal Rumble for 1995, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Diesel. Got an appearance from Pamela Anderson. And the other match. Iconic SummerSlam, and right for this out in SummerSlam 92. Gotta have a bit of Dio in the collection. And he is with his sword. I think it was live in Holland. Then we got the brilliant Royal Rumble 2003. It's an amazing match between Kurt Angle and the leg and Chris Benoit. And the participants in all, famous for Christopher Nowinski having a concussion. We got WWF Greatest Hits. Again, most easy you may find on the network or not. Got WrestleFest 1993. Some of the matches. License to Kill, one of Timothy Dalton's last Bond, and actually, to be fair, he did do a good James Bond. This one got reverse artwork. Fantastic, but the world isn't hard enough. The first one of the millennium. Not my favourite James Bond, to be fair, but he tried his best. Total Abandon of Gotham ST Records in the late 1999, and 15 songs, but good VHS. And we've got 12 Wasted Years, which is on Live After Death DVD, if I recall. It's the famous Great American Bash. So we've got a steel cage match between Paulie Dangerous. If you don't know who he is, it's Mr. Paul Heyman himself. It's more famous for the fans at the time. We won Ric Flair. Got World Championship Wrestling, the best of the 90s. There's some of the matches, highlights, and the women of World Championship Wrestling. We got fan favourites. And we got In Your House 6, but Hitman Hart versus Diesel for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's a fun match, first time ever crybaby match. And we got Wrestling Superheroes in Action. So I got the time from Woolies. Roddy Piper, what a character. Got Captain Carnage. Of course, featured Vinnie Jones. This should be on the network. We got Iron Maiden video pieces, just 4 music videos, but brilliant songs. We got Moonraker, Live and Let Die, Be Born Someday. This was WrestleMania 14 if I remember. We got Survivor Series 95. George Lazenby's only James Bond appearance and the Majesty Secret Service. Wrestling Trends, I'm not too sure what year this was, 94 this year. Standard blank videotape. Oops. We got Dick Purple, Come Hell or High Water for the NEC in 93. No Mercy 99. Live After Death 1985. The Rock, Know You Roll. The first James Bond. Iconic Show, The Invasion. Mayhem in Manchester. Thunderbolt. Iconic match, but Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and SummerSlam 1990. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment in the VH in the comment section. Be back for some more videos soon. Thank you and good night.